Hello, everybody. But most importantly, hello to your do-it-yourself brides. Today, I am going to show you how to get started doing a Bohemian silk flower bridal or bridal party crown. My previous videos, if you scroll down and take a look at them, I show you the process but not the preparation. So today we're going to cover all of the things you need to do to prepare your flowers to do my design, which are very durable, adjustable flowers, and something that would actually last as a keepsake or a memorabilia for you if you're the bride and you're making your own, or for each of your girls who are standing up in your wedding. They are adjustable. You can make them for the adults, you can make them for girls, children. I suppose you could even make them for your dogs, but I know my dog wouldn't like wearing it or wouldn't hold it on very long. So bear with me because I've already shot this video and it didn't go well. So I'm sort of in a place where everything is not where I want it to be. Okay, so these are the flowers that you want to look for. You want to look for big bush flowers, and here's a better example. Ever gone to a craft store and gone to the florals section to see all these flowers? You want to look for beautiful, full flower bushes. I have them in this color scheme, which is light pink, dark pink, and white, because I have a special order for a special birthday. This is what's called a stem. It's not a bush, it's just one stem of flowers. But you can see there's lots of little buds on there, and so that's what we're going to use. These smaller flowers, great buy because look at all these flowers you get. The price is higher because it's a larger type product with smaller flowers, but you get a ton of flowers. And if you use a coupon, if you shop at any craft store, here in my part of Florida, we have Joann Crafts, Hobby Lobby, and Michael's. I have a Michael's really close to me, and so I tend to go to that one more frequently. I use their app. So you want to download if you're going to buy a bunch of flowers, or if you're just crafty and you don't already have it, download the Michael's app on your phone and sign up for the rewards program. You will get coupons, and a lot of times you get a 20% off your total purchase coupon, and it includes sale prices. So this would be a great buy if you had a coupon like that, because they're spring flowers and they're usually always on sale. So, but whatever craft store that's near you, AC Moore, I had one near me in Pennsylvania, so I went to that one a lot. We're getting a new Hobby Lobby in, I believe, Wesley Chapel, Florida, which is not far from me, but I am talking too much, which is problem from before. So, when you get your flowers, you're not using the stem that they're on. You need to pop it off. We're going to make an artificial stem that is secure, solid, and strong. So just go at it and rip these babies off. If you have a container, a bowl, a Sterilite organizer, just keep it handy and just take them all off and then get rid of that. Sorry, Harry. I didn't hit my dog. So there's that. You get leaves like this on every flower bush. Different shaped leaves depending on the flower bush you get. Sometimes you get different elements like this in your flower bush. Save them all. You want to use as much as possible so that you don't have to buy supplementals. These leaves came off of, where'd it go? I just had it. Did I lose it already? This bush. You see all the different elements that come on this bush, the baby's breath, these little weed-like things, and then you want the leaves. Take the leaves off. Use everything on here if it appeals to you to create a full crown. The crown I'm doing today, I'm not using anything but the little peonies and the leaves. I buy all sorts of things to add to my crowns because people like the fullness, they like the texture, and they like the interest. These are succulents. I like that they have that dark pink stem and the light green towards the petals. We're going to use these. We're going to do the artificial stem with the wire, just like I spoke of with the leaves and the flowers. You want to snip them off where they meet the branch. Alright, we're just going to do 3 because time is an issue. These flowers here are the same. They're absolutely beautiful. They're going to create that real spring-like feel that I want for the crown. Also, another thing too is you want to buy things that have different size blossoms. You want the small, the medium, and the large. Pop them off. We're going to create a new stem. These things I absolutely love. They kind of look creepy, but they kind of don't. But when you put them in a flower crown, you create a word you're going to hear a lot, and you've already heard: texture and interest. 2 words. Boom. All right, so we're going to get started. You're going to need your, like I said, everything was in disarray because I thought I finished a video. Okay, I'm still recording. Good. And if you're having a good time, if you've learned anything, if you're somebody who knows me personally and wants to help out, hit the like button and then hit the subscribe button. It'll help out. But more importantly, watch the video and get inspired to create. I hope that's not somebody's individual licensed tagline, because I like it and I'm going to use it until otherwise. Got your wire. 28 gauge. If you can't find 28 gauge, you want a high number gauge because you need it to be thin and really flexible. We're looking for flowers that are hollow through the center. You want no flowers that have a hard center that you can't poke a wire up through. Those will have to be glued, and it's tricky, and I find gluing silk flowers down on a hair crown does not last as long and isn't as flexible, obviously, because it's glued solid in place. Take your wire, put it up through the center of the flower so you see it poke through. You want to pull it down, find a natural parting through the petals. See that? You don't see the wire. Petals look good. Turn it this way. Take the 2 wires together, pinch them, and twist. You don't need to twist all the way down. It's too hard on your wrist and your hands because you're going to wrap it with floral tape anyway. Snip it. They don't have to be even. In fact, I usually cut one longer than the other because that saves me wire, because I don't need to have that strong or firm of an artificial stem. Take your flower tape, stretch it so it's nice and sticky. Wrap it, overlap it on itself because it is tacky, so it'll stick and it'll stay where you need it to. Hold on to the nub of your blossom and twist until you come to the end of your stem. Cut a nice, you don't need a tail, you don't need to be longer than the wire, just cut a nice straight edge. Twist until it's all sealed. Boom, you're done. That's ready for construction. let's do these leaves. It's right here. See these? It's connected by a little ring. That's how it was attached to the stem. We don't need that. We're going to snip it above and below that ring. Goodbye ring. Now we have a leaf. This one is a perfect size. You don't need to shorten it or make it smaller, but we are going to pinch it right at the bottom of those veins, right there. That's where we're going to place the wire. Put the wire away from the hand you're holding, towards the hand holding. You want about a 2-inch tail. Hold, pinch, wrap neatly 2 or 3 times. Try not to contort your leaf too much. All right, replace your hand, wrap down until you come to the end of the stem. Wrap a couple more times and snip. You only need, on these, you only need about 1.5 inches. 2 inches is probably even too much. But we're going to take that leaf, stretch out your floral tape. I'm trying a new way of recording these videos. I've been trying to keep my hands in the focus, but for some reason, my camera kept going in and out of focus. And that was annoying. So let's see if this works. But you want to take it just like you did the flower, wrap it around itself once, right there, so it tacks down and stays. Hold it, twist it all the way down to the end of your stem. Cut a nice little even twist until it's all sealed. One whole new leaf ready for construction. And see, you've got this, you've got this. Now you just need a whole bunch more. I want to show you some different things too that I am using. Let's go to the succulent we just snipped off, if I can find them. Okay, see? This one is super, super tiny. I'm still going to use it. I'm not going to throw anything away. I'm not going to waste it. Somewhere in the crown, maybe towards the end in the back, this is going to be used. Take your wire away from the blossom or the top of the flower. Wrap it 3 times around so it's nice and tight. Pinch it with the other hand. Wrap down to the end of the stem. Keep going a few more times and then stop. This one, because it is small, you might want a longer tail, because otherwise it's going to get buried in the crown and you'll never see it. Take your flower tape. Start where the wire starts, because it's a different color than the stem. You want to cover the wire. So wrap it over itself until it sticks. Then hold and twist. It'll just automatically just wrap itself down. Remember, we made this stem a little bit longer because we want it to still be visible inside the crown. Nice straight cut. Twist until it's all sealed. There you go. So now you know how to pop off some of the flowers. So do the rose, because the roses are tricky. Got your rose. Very pretty wild rose. Take your wire, and you're going to poke it up through the bottom of the flower. See that? Until it peeks out the front. Now, the tricky part is you want to find a natural way for it to weave down the wire without distorting too much of the rose. So you just have to play with it. Sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's tricky. The roses are definitely tricky because it can actually distort the rose and make it look... Oh, you didn't even see that. See what I did? I found a spot right there. I do want to say that be careful on pulling too hard on your fabric flowers, because they are fabric, and what happens with fabric, if it gets beat up, it frays. Just trim it off, move on. No one will know the difference. Twist, Don't have to go all the way down. It's too hard on your wrist, too hard on your fingers. Don't need more than just a 2.5 inch tail. Stretch out your florist tape. Now this, because there is a little nubby on the end, I try and attach it to the nubby. I just hold it there with my finger and tuck it under with my thumb and then hold it until it sticks. Got it? Now you're just going to hold and twist. There you go. Now that one is ready. Now here's the reason why I do that. Say that the crown is all together and it arrives and it's smushed. And you're like, Drew, this crown is smushed. I say, oh, girl, please, did you watch my video? First thing I'll say. Then I'll say, fluff it. Every single flower and leaf is individually wired and wrapped so that it is flexible, durable. See how that is? So there you go. We have disassembled our flower bushes. We've popped off all the heads. We've cut our leaves separately. Let's do one more leaf. This leaf here, I use a lot of these leaves because they come with roses, and roses have been in all of my spring crowns. And just like the rose that we just put a stem on and taped. You see, there's no possible way at all to put a stem on there, is it? We could glue it. No glue. This is what we're going to do. Ever make a paper airplane in school? Back, well, for me it'd be a long time ago. If not, I'll show you. Easy. You see how it has a natural crease. It's been embossed. All right? You want to fold it on that crease in half. Then you want to take the bottom end and fold down just like you're creating a wing, and then do the same for the other end. And this is what it looks like. You're going to create something like that. Still keeping the shape of the leaf, but it's folded nice and neat. You're going to take your florist wire. Careful, do not impale yourself. These ends are sharp. Can't tell you how many incidences where I've ran to the bathroom crying because anyway, that's beside the point. Just be careful. Okay, so you've created this little airplane out of the leaf. You have this valley that we've created. We're going to tuck the wire down in there, going towards the left or towards this hand while you hold it with this hand. Get a nice 2.5 inch tail there, and then pinch it where it folds and meets the wire. Take the next hand, like there's 3 hands to play with. All right, you've switched hands by holding this. Now you're holding the wire with your right hand or the opposite hand that's holding the end of the leaf, and you want to wrap. Now these are fabric and they're not very firm, so they're not going to play nice. That one played really nice. You want to wrap it twice, nice and taut, and then switch hands and wrap down the rest of the leaf until you get to the end. Wrap 2 or 3 more times. You don't need both wires to be the same length. Wait for the focus to come back in. Again, that's still a problem. Thought I had fixed it twice now. Alright, see what I got? Now you have a firmly attached leaf to a new stem. Now we're going to take our floral tape, stretched out, nice and tacky, just like everything else we've done. We're going to fold it over, tuck it under with your thumb so that it's folded onto itself, and then hold it and wrap down to the end of the stem. There you go. Now you have, we've done this leaf, We've done one of these leaves. We've done one of these flowers. We've done one of these flowers. Now there's one more trick I want to teach you when my focus comes back in again. You may want to take a Dramamine before watching my videos until I can figure out what's causing the focus to go in and out and stop it. Even the guys at Best Buy told me that using a smartphone for video is just going to happen because the phone isn't made like a camera. It is a phone with a camera. Does that make sense to you? Not to me either. Alright, so we have other things that are tricky, and I want to show you. This pod's already done. Do I have another fluffy pod? Okay. So this is one of the elements that was on one of those bushes that I showed you. It is not hollow in the center, so you can't stick a wire up to the center and out through the back. So you want this nubby thing. Can you see it? There. You want to take your wire, you're going to hold on to this. Hold on to the nubby with one hand, the wire to the other. Just like before. Wire away from the blossom. Hold it tight. You're going to wrap as tight as you can and as close as you can to the flower or bud or whatever it is. Okay. 2 or 3 times, nice and taut, switch hands, pinch it, wrap down the rest of the nubby until you get to the bottom of the wire, and then go 2 or 3 more times. Look at that. We have created a stem where there wasn't a stem. Magic or creativity? Tricky, but effective. So we're going to wrap this one with the floral tape, and then this gives you all the tools that you need to prepare your flowers. All you have to do is watch the rest of my videos to show you how to put it together. The tools you needed for this project, since it did not get mentioned because this was the replacement video of the first one that I had already done previously today and had to delete. I know I'm talking too much again. You know, I can't help it. I'm a hairdresser. I'm a Leo. I'm also in a room by myself, basically talking to myself with the video camera. Alright, so you want to do it the same way as you did all the other things. Wrap it around itself, tuck it in with your thumb, wrap it down tautly, finish up so it's all sealed. There you go. You could do this technique with anything that doesn't have a stem. These little pods here, all they have is a little ring around them that connects them to their stem. You cut the little ring off. You do the same thing that I did with this. Now, you have all the tools you need. We have beautiful roses. You can do this with peonies. Same as the roses. Find a natural parting with the wire. Weave it down. Alright, anyway, so I was telling you about the tools you're going to need. 26 or 28 gauge floral wire. Doesn't have to be exact that gauge. It needs to be a thin, flexible wire. You're going to need a lot of this. Even for one crown, you'll need at least half what's on here. So if you're going to make the whole wedding party's crown, you may want to buy 2. Floral tape. This is the economy pack. 3 comes in here. It's about $6 and some change at Michael's. It's a little bit higher at Joann's. Again, just like I said, download the apps for all of your favorite craft stores. Michael being the closest one to me, it's usually the first one on my mind to go to. Join their rewards programs, use their coupons, save a bunch of money, very effective. Your little scissors, because you're going to have to cut leaves apart. These leaves come in a bundle of 3. It looks like they're 3 separate leaves. Pop off the little plastic cap, take a look at it. It's actually one piece. Now these are the ones I taught you how to fold like a paper airplane. Simply cut towards the little hole in the center and separate each leaf. Now you have 3 beautiful leaves that you can place exactly where you want them, exactly where you need them, not in a cluster combating and fighting and creating chaos in your design. All right, I'm going to leave you now because I think that this covered all of the bases. Like I said, if you watch the rest of my videos on flower crowns, it'll show you my designs, how the elements come together, the type of wire I use for construction, and I will promise to try and get you a tutorial using all the things that you saw me prep here today into a very pretty bridal pink silk flower, bohemian flower crown. I need to go take a break. This is Studio Drew. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, subscribe and hit the little bell, and it'll tell you when I post another video. And you can share it to all of your friends that are thinking about doing their own flower crowns for their weddings. Until the next time, I hope that you found this entertaining. I'm doing my best. I am an introvert with social anxiety who just happens to be super, super creative and uses that creativity as a way to keep myself calm, peaceful, and happy. Studio Drew signing out. I will see you next time.